Hey everyone, The Fall Guy is out, and there are so many reasons that this film should not have worked, but it did. So let's have some fun digging into why this film worked and some of the pitfalls that it experienced. And most important of all, I will give you a tip about the ending that you have to know, but it isn't a spoiler. And I'll even put it at the end of my review for ironic reasons, so you can find it there when you're ready. But first, be sure to give this review a thumbs up. And if you like it, subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much. All right, so The Fall Guy. It's this love story between a stuntman and a director who are trying to navigate a complex set of absurdities that come with life within the Hollywood filmmaking bubble, while also dropping every inside joke, stereotype, and caricature possible within a 1980s pastiche. Essentially, Colt Seavers, played by Ryan Gosling, gets injured on set, and he can't handle how that injury changes the way he sees himself and his identity. As a result, he pushes away his girlfriend Jody, played by Emily Blunt, who finally moves on with her life and gets the chance of a lifetime to direct her own feature film, which stars Tom Ryder, the A-list actor who Colt usually stands in for as a stuntman. Eventually, Colt gets pulled back into the stunt world and ends up on the film with Jody. But while he's there, he has to help find and bring back Tom Ryder to the set in order to save Jody's film. The action, comedy, and romance spin off from there. Now, before we get any further, yes, this is a remake of the 1980s series The Fall Guy, starring Lee Majors, also known as the Bionic Man for my fellow Gen Xers. So, yeah, you see where the 1980s pastiche comes in, right? The 2024 film is absolutely a modern homage to the 1980s, as well as to the film industry, movies, TV, and music. And yeah, the music rocks. I gotta give it props. The music rocks, featuring some awesome songs by Bon Jovi, Kiss, AC/DC, Journey, Phil Collins, and more. But it's not just a best of the 1980s hit list, because it also includes Young Blood, who has this very retro 80s vibe, DJ Khaled, and Taylor Swift, who I love. Hello, Taylor. Effectively covering multiple generations of music. As a former DJ, I have a special love for films that know how to incorporate a hot soundtrack into the movie and make it seamlessly blend into the story. And The Fall Guy absolutely hits that mark. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this film and I loved it for all the reasons that it should not have worked. The film was as predictable as you might imagine. The setup for the film was a total setup. You know it, you feel it. There is an implicit promise that our stuntman is literally and figuratively the fall guy for the A-list actor who has gone missing. So there are a few different ways that the setup can play out, and they made the clues and twists entertaining enough that I was happy to follow along to see if the setup made sense, which it did. It wasn't the most original script, but the payoff hits the setup out of the park with more action than a fireworks show on the 4th of July in Boston. The dialogue, it's ordinary. Yeah, it's ordinary. It's exactly what you would expect. But hey, it works because Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt are fantastic actors who know how to deliver lines. And remember, a great actor can level up the dialogue to something great, making it fun, engaging, and dramatic. And they both have great comedic timing, which adds an extra bit of spice to the script. But what I loved was the cinematic shorthand that the characters used by communicating with iconic lines from past films. It's, I don't know, it's one of those inside baseball gimmicks, but everyone understands it. As a result, the film brings the audience inside of the Hollywood bubble, along with a wink and a nod at the insider jokes, making it clear that they are poking fun at themselves. A movie that understands what it is and is willing to laugh at itself along with the audience gets a lot of grace in getting away with gimmicks because they become intentional. They become part of the artistry of the film. This is a movie about the unsung heroes of Hollywood, the stunt people. It's really a celebration of what they do, how they do it, and how they take it on the chin, elbow, knee, back, stomach, whatever. And they do it making the A-list actors in the movie look good. It's not an easy job, but man, does the Fall Guy make it look fun. They put so much time and effort into showing you the tricks of the trade that you should feel spoiled for all future action films, but you won't because the action is off the charts. And while you theoretically know that nobody, as in nobody, could survive 2/3 of the action scenes that we see on screen, you are still cheering them on as they run through the fire, fly through the air, crash into walls, and really get blown up. It's just good, clean fun. And on top of it all, it's a true romantic comedy. You feel the tension and sparks fly between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. You really, really want it to work out, even though it probably won't. But you still hope that these two crazy kids find a way to break the Hollywood mold and stay together. So you are literally rooting for them to get together in the third act. And yes, that's an inside joke for the people who watch the film. The romance is so obvious, but it works. There are so many romance films that are touching and predictable and utterly average. And The Fall Guy is too in many ways. However, it knows what it is and it plays up the romantic themes paired with classic 1980s tropes and a ton of action, which somehow make it all magically work. I think the only thing that could have made this film better would have been if they trimmed it down to a really tight 90 minutes. However, the complex, in-depth action scenes are exactly what bulked out the film, and they are why the film worked. So I'm not sure how to solve that one. Maybe we just deal with the 2-hour film. Anyway, it's just so odd that this film works as well as it does. And if you like fun, razzle-dazzle action films that will make you laugh, I think you will enjoy it too. There is nothing highbrow about the film. And if you go into it looking for a complex, meaningful story, this film might not be for you. In general, it's a fun, action-packed movie that I think works for the entire family, including kids and anyone who loves a good 1980s film. It's also a good date movie and a great reason to get out of the house and into the theater, which is my way of saying it's worth the ticket price. All right, everybody, that's my take on The Fall Guy. Did you see it? Are you planning to? If so, be sure to let me know what you think. I want to know what your thoughts are on the music, the stunts, and the action. So definitely add a comment below. And remember, if you like this review, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all again soon. In the meantime, happy viewing. Bye. All right, for those of you who actually stuck around, I promised you a tip about the ending, which I have cleverly put after the closing credits of my video. And can you guess what the tip is? If not, yes, there is a mid-credits scene that you must see. Stay in the theater. Do not leave until you see the scene because it will affect the movie experience for you. If you don't see it, you will be seeing a different film than everyone else who sees The Fall Guy. And in my theater, I actually saw a bunch of reviewers leave the theater before the credits played, or really right as the credits played. So they didn't see the final scene. So consider yourself warned. Stay in your seat, watch the ending credits, and get that final scene. All right, everybody, that's the real ending of my review. I'll see you later. Bye.